Well scanned, back at Scatchet Head to take a look post clean out, heading down into the hole. Been running water overnight. Rates up to about 20 gallons a minute we think, but we're not 100% sure that was sustained. Casing's been brushed, see clear brush marks. Some pitting. I don't like that one. We're going to go take a look at that. Okay, that should be above it. Right there. Right there.
Got a good view here.
I'm trying to get it in focus yet here, so bear with me. That looks like we're in focus now. Right. Try to rotate. Well, it's not a hole. A couple of chunks of scale is all. And what am I looking at there? The other down.
What's the field of view on that side camera? 2 inches?
About that. Varies with focal length and distance from the sidewall.
Sure.
But yeah, it makes mountains out of molehills. But I saw a really deep pit that was dark in the center. It looks like it was just a piece of scale in there. So, I mean, you can see the texture in the field of view. And when I look down, there's another one right there that I don't like. See that one there? It also looks like more scale. But we're going to take a look at it. Got that one there too. But boy, you can see a lot of pitting. Where was it? That one there. Okay, that's not a bit. That's interesting. No, the other knob, Mike. Let's try this knob. Did you investigate that pitless at all, Pierce?
They're gonna be disconnecting and capping that line.
Okay. There it is, right there.
As many times as I ran into it, I hope they don't ever try to use it as a pitless.
Yeah, I was going to take a picture of it on the way out. Okay, that's just scale. There's no evidence of water coming in there, so that's good. That's more scale there. There's scale there. I don't see anything with water coming in. Let's go ahead and just head on down the hole. There's a visible weld. There's a few chunks of scale clinging to the side yet. There it is, right there. Oh, just scale. A lot more scale below about 48 feet. But I really don't want to spend a lot of time brushing it off because there's only so much pipe to start with, and if we tear more of it off, there's less pipe left behind.
Yeah, we've spent about 5 minutes on every 2 feet, but
it
ate into our brush. We had to rebuild the brush.
Really?
Yeah. It was a brand new brush.
Because it's still pretty scaly looking here.
It's still pretty scaly, yeah.
Doesn't look like the brush was rotating effectively down here either for some reason.
Huh.
You just got a set of linear stripes.
Interesting.
Might check your rope socket, see if you got a chunk of something in there.
Yeah, it's all clean now. I mean, it got sticky on us, but that was when we were down in the sand in the water.
Yeah, okay.
It was
Well,
clean when we started, so it's unusual.
And I'm not worried about this scale. I mean, if you tear the rust off, it's just going to rust again, and then you're going to wind up with even less metal. Right. So this particular casing appears to rust worse above water than below water. Right. I've seen that a couple of times, and it's just something to be aware of.
This is mid-90s construction.
Is it really?
Yeah, Arcadia drilled it.
Mid-90s, and it's still acting like stuff from the height of the 70s.
Right.
I mean, this is classic for the scale above water and no scale below water.
Right.
And look how the texture it is now. See how lumpy and bumpy it is?
Yeah.
When we get below water, it'll be smooth.
Yeah, just unusual.
Yeah.
Normally it's the other way around.
Yeah.
It's the only reason I notice it.
Yeah.
Like, this seems backwards. And we're way above water here. We're like still 80 feet above water, 90 feet above water.
I wonder if it's tidally breathing in the salt water or salty air or something.
Who knows? Could have been somebody doing their good deed and dumping a little bleach down the well to help it along. Just can't tell you how many times I've seen 12% bottles in well houses.
Right.
Keeping it clean. Destroyed a well in 20 years.
I have not seen any bleach bottles, I can tell you that. I visit the well house with some regularity.
It's always well intentioned, but people don't understand when you dump bleach down a well, it sits above the pump. It doesn't actually get down into the well where the water's coming in. So we're still real heavy scale.
Now, I don't think our operators are that vigilant that they would dump bleach down it.
Well, it's been brushed. See brush marks. That scale's on there tight too. It's not coming off. Let's go ahead and turn the power on. There's a lot more water in it when I went in the last time.
We're taking water.
A little cloudy. Still washing all the stuff down.
Yeah.
Not terrible, Viz. Just can't see much looking ahead, though. Let's see if it gets better. Probably won't. Was it 36 to 41 or something like that?
231 to 234 is
Okay.
where the perfs are.
Okay.
Bottom of
Yeah.
the hole should be 247-ish.
Okay. So we'll just keep it on side look till we get down, because I can see fine with side look. I just forward look, I see nothing. Just cloudy. The main thing will be to see if those perfs are opened up. I mean, given that you brought material through them, I'm sure they are. It's like shiny and bright. There's shiny metal.
Yeah, well, down in the perf zone, we went for 1 hour intervals.
Oh, so that's tools riding on the wall right above the perfs.
Yeah. It kicks off down there.
Yeah, well, I'm on the side.
Yeah.
So we should be right about there on the perfs now. Not seeing them yet.
Is that an indent?
I think so.
Yeah, there's some more. There's more.
Yeah, there we are. Right above it. And I can see one there. Okay, so just above them right there. Yeah, that's where it was double hitting.
Mm-hmm. Probably their second or third or fourth pass at that point. Everything was deformed and not.
Yeah. Well, it's a quarter wall too, so it'll bend.
Right.
But, yeah, none of these are really open. They're just dense. That one might be open. Yeah, that one's open. That one's open. That one's open. It's even got a rock outside it. Look at there. Sweet. There's a little bit open there. Those look a lot better than they did. That one's nice and open. That one's open. None of these big growths coming out into the well either. There's a nice rock outside that one. Rock outside that one.
And we want the rocks outside there so that it provides space.
They act as a strainer.
To go. Yeah.
They act as a strainer. They hold the smaller rocks out and let the water come through.
Makes sense.
So, yeah, these look a lot better.
That's good to hear.
That one's nice and open. That one's big.
Yeah.
Woo! That's big. All your water comes through right there. That's what happens when you perf over the top of perforations.
Yeah. Oh, look at that one.
Yeah, I think this is just double and triple hit, Pierce.
Yeah. All things considered, that's impressive accuracy with a
I know, right?
perforator.
Given that you're working completely blind and only know depth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is impressive.
And I usually find that, you start getting a pass in and the whole string starts to rotate, right? So they usually kind of
They corkscrew.
on you, and then, good luck hitting the same row again.
But, yeah, it's like it, what is that? We're one perf now.
Wow.
233 and a half. It's a foot.
What if Roger drilled it?
So, 232 and a half. It's the same one. And the same one. Same one. Same one. Same one. And there's the bottom of it with the little clay coming in at 233.5. There's another one there. That one's nice and open. Interesting. That one looks like it said something like buttered across it. Maybe that's your bentonite, Pierce.
Yeah, maybe. We got one chunk up in the baler of the last run.
I mean, this is how it's supposed to look. Just a nice linear row with a punch every couple of tenths. And those all look nice and open. That one's a little bit plugged there, but that could just be against a slightly clay section. That one looks okay. That looks okay. That looks okay. That one looks okay. That one's okay. That one's okay. And that one's got a growth in it. But the fact that the well wasn't overflowing when I got here today suggests that it's better than it was. These don't look like they fully punched through there. That just looks like a dent. That one's open. But as I go down, that's a dent. That's not all the way through. That's a dent. That's not all the way through. That one there's a dent. That one's open. That's a dent. That one's open. Maybe they just dialed up the air pressure. It sure looks like a star perforator.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a star perforator.
And yeah,
The air pressure shouldn't do much for you.
Well,
because once the tool's opened and you're perforating, you don't even need air on it.
Oh, that's right. It's air to retract it.
Right. No, it's
air to
shut the
trip
air
it
off, and once you start, it depends how you set it up. You set it up to stroke up or stroke down, right?
Mm-hmm.
But usually the old ones you put air to it to get the star out and start stroking, and then the star gets lodged. You
and
go
it latches.
down, and then when you pull back, it resets.
Okay. Well, it doesn't look like it was fully engaged here.
That might
on
be
at least one of the stroke. 33.
So that's the bottom.
And
my
the
guess-
one next to it looks good, but it just doesn't look like it was fully engaged for the first few parts. It might just take a couple where it goes clunk and then locks in. As it's
Well,
I don't know.
it's on a ramp, so
Yeah.
it gets
So
pushed
it's
down
gonna-
with air, and then as you start to push down, it's going to be like this. It gets pushed up with air, and then as you start to push down, it rips the tool,
it opens
star
it up,
and then when you come up, the tool comes.
Yeah, because
My guess would be casing deformation. Looser part of the formation allows
possibly
the casing to move.
Yeah, and it's only quarter wall,
Yeah.
so that would also work. But we're 230.
6 and 8 inch with those star perforators, you're lucky to get 2 passes and have them actually cut.
That's 234.6 is the bottom dent I see here. So I don't see any below that. But there's a lot more open perfs than there were. And the fact that it took water without overflowing suggests it should make some water.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good. Now let's go down and actually find the bottom. And there we are. Soft bottom at 240.1.
Why is the bottom so high?
Because all the stuff's settling down.
Yeah.
I mean, You can see it dropping down beside me.
Yeah.
And I'm also 6 inches off because of my side look is where I zero.
Okay.
So it's 240 and a half.
Mm-hmm.
But you can just see the stuff settling here.
Right.
And I guarantee you I'd sink into it if I went ahead and hit it, but it'll stick to my lens. We won't see anything.
Right.
I know there's perforations here. Why am I not seeing any?
234.
Man, I should be right in the middle of them. There's one right there. Okay. That's about the bottom. Definitely a perf right there. There's one there. There's one there. That looks really good. And that's about it. So 235 is about the bottom of the perfs, which is consistent. Most of the perfs look open, other than that big jaggedy long one where it looks like it was just overhit 3 times in a row. I don't see anything that's out of the ordinary. The dents are the dents. It's just probably just casing deformation, not really a perforation. That it was an attempt. It just didn't stick. If it makes the water you need, great. I am definitely concerned with the amount of pitting on the casing. It's showing some wear and tear. So you start seeing water come in where it shouldn't, or hearing splashing at the well. That's usually a bad sign.
Okay.
Rocks on top of your pump, usually a really bad sign.
Yeah.
She probably got a ways to go yet.
Okay.
But the fact that I could see out the perforations is a lot better than it was when we started.
Yes.
Couldn't see out the perforations at all when I got here. I mean, there's just blobs of stuff coming in through them. So unless there's something specific we need to look at, I'm just going to haul it on out. I will take a peek at that pitless.
Okay. It's our backup well. We run it once a month to make sure that it works. We wanted the better pump, to upgrade our pump system because we ran it a whole lot with well number 2 pump plant. And it was the one that saved the community with a lot of conservation. We were able to run
Yeah,
well
well,
number 3.
fantastic. So it served its purpose, which is
Yes.
exactly what we're hoping
The
for.
water out of well number 3 was a higher amount of arsenic in it
Interesting.
than well number 2.
Same depths?
Yeah,
Huh.
much.
Who knew aquifers could change that much in 10 feet? or 30 feet?
Yep.
Happens all the time.
Okay. So we have the ATEC filters that we
Uh-huh.
are installing. We're supposed to remove the arsenic. We had a pilot test with them and the arsenic as well as the iron and manganese. So
Yeah, arsenic just takes a little longer. Iron and manganese technology will remove arsenic. It just takes a little more residence time, so you run a slightly larger filter system and give the water a little more time to sit in contact with the media, but it will take arsenic out. ATEC's proven technology, works pretty well. Everybody understands it. They tend to be fairly supportive. A lot of clients I work with use ATEC systems, so
our operators are familiar with them. So
that
was-
matters. That matters a lot.
That was one of the considerations.
All right, so we should be about 4.5, as I recall, for the pitless. Not quite there yet. Oh, there we are. Oh boy, you tore that up. Good job. Yeah, don't use that as a pitless anymore. Oh, that's hammered.
It's a very big baler, a very small hole.
I doubt you could get the shoe into that.
Good, it shouldn't be used.
Yeah, well, look at the bottom where
No,
they.
no, it's gone. No.
You're missing some.
Yeah. So there's a chunk of brass somewhere in those cuttings.
Maybe a couple. Definitely had the tool bounce off of it more than once. But yeah, it's good it's not being used. All right, that concludes the inspection of well 3 at Scatchet Head. Post clean out. Mike Piaski, Well Scanner Washington, LLC.